Previously on Enterprise.
We're getting reports of anomalies on all sectors.
If we continue. If we continue, there's a good chance the ship is going to get torn apart.
Think what you're asking me to do. Think what you're asking me to do.
Previously on Enterprise.
We're getting reports of anomalies on all sectors.
If we continue, there's a good chance the ship is going to get torn apart.
Think what you're asking me to do. Build a weapon to destroy an entire world. We do not have enough information about the humans.
That can be remedied.
They're locking onto the starboard docking port. Reading 23 intruders on deck. C, D, and E.
We're preparing to test the weapon on an uninhabited planet, but we're going to need another shipment of Kimsat.
I'll contact Reed.
Really? I have some questions for you. I want to know where the ship is, Kimson. You could lead us to the weapon.
There's no doubt about it, Captain. This isotope was using the weapon that attacked Earth.
You offered to help us. Are you still willing? You're prepared to trust me.
We've modified the radio link signature. If you can get it on board their ship, I'll be able to track it.
Baker's going to discover that you sabotaged his keys. You should just be concerned with finding this weapon. They reported 5 minutes ago, Captain.
Are you picking up the tracking signal?
Loud and clear.
What? So that's Shran.
Yes.
Commander Shran, would you come to the bridge?
Status.
We've lost the warp trail.
Continue scanning. You know what we're looking for, Lieutenant. It shouldn't be that difficult to find.
Commander, we've been searching for weeks.
And we'll continue searching until we've accomplished our mission.
Or until we're destroyed? You've seen what this place is like. What are the chances they've survived?
We have our orders.
We should head back to Andoria while we're still able.
I love Shran.
You sound like you're afraid of this expanse, Lieutenant. I expect that from a Vulcan, not a member of the Imperial Guard.
Continue scanning.
Don't underestimate these pink skins, Lieutenant. They're still out there.
Oh, no. I already fucked up. Getting from there. It's been a long time. But my time is coming. I will see my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky. And I'm not gonna hold you down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I got faith at the heart. Go where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach and stop. I've got faith. I've got faith. To the heart. Whee! Oh, great. Hey. No one.
Where are the others? Delayed. I said the matter was urgent. Technical, humanoid, arrogant.
Super urgent.
You expect us to come scurrying whenever it suits you. I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but I'm sure you'll find the journey worth the effort.
Your weapon is ready.
Not quite. Then why are you wasting our time? The new prototype has been completed. We've scheduled a test. When? 3 days. You'll be able to view the test remotely from this chamber. If everything goes as planned, we should be ready to deploy the final version in a month. Maybe sooner. And the human threat will finally be eliminated. I hope you find that worth your time.
No, especially.
The signal was so weak I wasn't even sure that it was there at first.
But you are now.
Yes, sir. The isotopic signature matches the chemosite that you planted on the Zinni ship.
Set a course. Tell Trico want everything he can get me from the engines.
Captain, as you know, Ensign Sato and I have been working to reconstruct our database.
And?
We've managed to dig about 30% of the lost data out of the redundant memory core. Enough to begin piecing together a map of the spatial anomalies. The signal lies just beyond a dense field of them. Here.
How long to go around it?
The field is massive. 17 days at warp 5.
Alert the crew, it's gonna get rough.
Rough.
To the bridge. Got the rope reactor buttoned up. As ready as we'll ever be. Acknowledged.
I've charted the largest anomalies. The field is extremely dense. We may not be able to avoid all of them.
Do your best. Travis. Take us in. 1/2 impulse.
Yes, sir.
Come to bearing 275 Mark 8. Hard to port.
Weird.
We just grazed it. No damage.
Just how accurate is this map of yours?
Considering I only have 30% of our database to work with. There's an anomaly forming directly ahead. It's expanding.
Expand.
I've never seen this before. They're merging, building on one another.
way, Sub Commander. It's going too rapidly. Emergency power hopefully. Bring it back.
Howie.
Come about. Get us out of here. The hell's not responding. We've been completely enveloped. Right, time's going down. Sir, I'm picking up something out there. I think it's a ship. Can you identify it? There's too much distortion.
The tractor beam's locked onto us. We've been pulled out. They're hailing us.
Guess we owe someone a thank you.
Oh, I'm still waiting for my thing to pre-render.
Captain Archer, look at the trouble you've gotten your pink skin into this time. You're braver than I imagined. I wouldn't try to traverse an anomaly field in a ship this fragile. You don't seem to be having any trouble. We've discovered a few tricks to do.
How did you locate us?
We have a record of your warp signature from my last encounter.
Oh, good, it's pre-rendered.
Faster than Enterprise. It wasn't difficult to catch up with. That explains how you got here. It doesn't explain why. Your world was brutally attacked. The Imperial Guard thought you'd be grateful to have an ally, considering no one else came rushing to your aid.
And how did the Imperial Guard know Earth had been attacked?
7 million killed, not exactly a state secret.
Especially if you're monitoring communications between Starfleet and the Vulcan High Command.
What happened to your uniform, Sub-Commander? Not that I don't find your new look becoming, but it's not exactly regulation, is it?
I resigned my commission.
Yes, I believe I heard something about that. Why are you here?
So what are you doing
Your
here?
world is in jeopardy, and where are your friends? The Vulcans. Where is their mighty fleet? They couldn't even spare one officer. She was forced to abandon her career to remain on your ship. A remarkably selfless act for a Vulcan. But we've come to you.
He's trying to bait her into arguing with him, but it's just not going to work because.
We're here to help you. If you don't want our assistance, then we'll leave you to deal with the Xindi on your own. Just like the Vulcans have done.
Targeting sensors are down, hull plating. We're damn lucky the torpedoes are all in safe mode. If one of them had detonated, they cannons. They haven't even got enough power to light a campfire. How long to fix them? I couldn't even guess without a chance to sort this out.
Commander Shran offered to send his tactical officer over to help. He'll be giving them access to critical systems. The Kim site signal Hoshi picked up could lead us to the Xindi weapon. We're going to need our defenses. I don't like the idea of having the Andorians down here any more than you do. But we could use their help. I said.
Call the Enterprise fragile.
The Andorian shuttle has docked.
I mean, it
Let's
is.
put them to work.
I recommend we assign a security detail to each repair crew.
You've been talking to Lieutenant Reed? They're here to help, Mom.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't exercise caution.
I'm not going to ask them to work with guns in their heads just because you don't like them.
I neither like nor dislike Andorians. I've simply had a great deal of experience with them.
I appreciate that.
And they are
The
super
problems
crazy.
between Vulcan and Andoria don't involve us.
Not at the moment. We weren't always so antagonistic, Captain. In fact, despite their heightened emotions, our first contact with Andorians seemed promising.
What happened?
They were duplicitous. They only honored agreements that didn't conflict with their interests.
Is that your assessment or the High Command's?
Considering the importance of this mission, I feel compelled to point out that they've proven untrustworthy in the past.
I don't trust the miners. But based on my experience, I think I can trust Commander Shred.
Coffee. Black. No tea? Yeah, no crumpets either. Thank you. I need all the caffeine I can get. What's the situation in engineering?
Editing the thing as I'm watching this.
Which one of you is Reed?
I'm Lieutenant Reed.
I assumed I'd find you in the armory. Not relaxing here. What is that?
It's coffee. And just for the record, I haven't left the armory for so much as a bathroom break in nearly 12 hours. And you are?
Lieutenant Tallis of the Imperial Warship Kamari.
This is Commander Tucker, our Chief Engineer. Pleasure.
I've been ordered to assist you.
Indeed. Well, I'll see if I can find something for you to do.
I have duties of my own. The sooner your ship is repaired, the sooner I can get back to them.
Wow, like you two get acquainted. I wasn't sure we'd find you alive. Under the circumstances, I'd say we have something to celebrate. I appreciate the gesture, but we have a lot of repairs to make. And your crew is doing a fine job of making. Have a drink with me. You've earned a brief respite.
And do you now? Or is it Romula now?
Seem to enjoy it. Last time we met.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's Romula now that's illegal.
Bringing a few extra bucks. Thanks. For swift victory. So,
Why is it just the ale?
for this assignment, I volunteered. It made sense. I had the greatest amount of contact.
Why not Klingon whiskey? Well, Klingons have blood wine,
And the
don't
last
they?
time we met, you helped my people avert a war. I don't like unpaid debts. We keep doing each other favors. Isn't that how alliances are born?
I haven't seen you in a while. As long as you're here, you can give me a hand. Touch this. It's the phase regulator. There. Well, I checked the polarity. I thought you might be avoiding me.
3 neuropressure sessions a week is hardly avoiding you. The captain asked for an update on your repairs.
3 of the injectors are burned out. The restrictor coils are completely fried.
How long until we have work?
I would say at least 2 days, but the blue guys really know their stuff. We should be up and running in about 12 hours. Is there a problem?
No. Keep me informed of their progress.
She is avoiding him.
Hand me the mic spanner, please.
I've brought some equipment that should align those relays much more precisely.
The spanner will do the job nicely. If you wouldn't mind.
Is there anything else I can get you? Some coffee, perhaps?
That'd be lovely.
Since you clearly don't need my help, I'll return to my ship. Thank you for the hospitality.
Give my regards to Commander Shran.
For what it's worth, Lieutenant, I'm not here to steal your secrets. Hardly be worth the effort.
I beg your pardon?
Last time I saw weapons like these was during my early tactical training.
Oh, I'm sorry I wasted your time on our primitive systems.
Not at all. I found it nostalgic. Just be careful when you reconnect that to your power grid. You didn't reset the EPS synchronizer. You may singe your eyebrows when you bring it back online.
Lieutenant Tallis.
That doesn't close
I apologize if I
as quickly.
didn't rude. Why don't I get us both a cup of coffee and we can align these relays together?
Captain Starlog, December 6th, 2153.
With some assistance from the Andorians, we've managed to steer clear of anomalies.
200 million kilometers.
Close enough, Travis. We don't want to give ourselves away.
I sir.
It's a G-type star system. 6 planets with over 100 moons.
Any biosignals?
There's a great deal of debris in the system I can't tell from this range.
Our sensors are more sophisticated. We should be able to scan the system without betraying our presence, if I may. This is Commander Schrapp.
Go ahead.
Transfer our long-range sensor data to Enterprise.
Yes, Commander.
It's coming in. Four vessels. All Cindy.
My God, it's almost like we was expecting to see that because that's what we see. Just did a couple of upshots.
Many of the moons show evidence of extensive weapons bombardment.
Why attack the uninhabited system? I don't think they attacked anyone. It's Bikini Atoll. What? When my species was developing primitive nuclear weapons, they needed places to test them. One was a remote island called Bikini Atoll.
So you believe this is some kind of proving ground?
It's possible. If they are getting ready to test their weapon, we're running out of time.
I wouldn't recommend a frontal assault. Your weapons are damaged. Critical systems are down all over your ship, and you're outnumbered 4-1.
I thought it was 4-2.
Even our combined forces don't stand a chance against that kind of firepower. I'm not ready to risk my ship when we don't even know if the Xindi weapon is here.
I agree. We need to get a closer look.
What do you propose we do? Fly up to them and ask them what you're doing?
Yeah.
Excellent. Commander.
We've never tried diplomacy.
Mr. Tucker, how are your repairs coming along?
Pretty well, thanks to your people. But I was wondering if I could ask a favor. I'm told your antimatter injectors use variable compression nozzles.
Told by whom? That's rather sensitive information.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But one of those injectors would work wonders for our engines.
I imagine it would. I don't know, Commander. That's a sophisticated piece of technology.
I thought we were allies here.
That remains to be seen. You have my condolences over the attack.
I like that he gets it, like that Trip gets
Your
it,
sister was killed.
how they operate.
Captain Archer told. Lots of people lost family. No great victory comes without sacrifice. The dispute between my people and the Vulcans hasn't been bloodless. Border skirmishes were common a few decades ago. They violate our territory, we retaliate. I was still in school when my older brother joined the Imperial Guard. He was assigned to a forward surveillance unit. I can understand why you seek vengeance against these Xindi.
I'd love to get my hands on whoever ordered that attack. But that's not why we're here.
You have no desire to make these people pay for the death of your sister.
I just want to make sure they don't get the chance to finish what they started. So, any help you can give us?
I'll have that antimatter injector delivered to you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, what's the delay?
Stand by.
We have been standing by for nearly an hour.
We're confirming final power readings. I wouldn't want you to be disappointed with the results. Deploy the weapon. Initiate firing protocols.
What is it?
Ship just entered the system. We can't identify it. Abort the test. Return the weapon to the launch platform.
Peter, report.
Stand by. Activate all defense systems. Contact the other missiles and have them intercept them.
Never mind, I thought something interesting was going to happen, but
I'll resume contact when I can.
apparently not.
We're receiving a transmission from the ship.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shran of the Andorian Mining Consortium.
You've entered restricted space. Leave immediately.
Ow.
Restrict? I had no idea. We don't want to cause any trouble. We are looking for a rare element. Archerite. We picked up some promising readings coming from your system.
Archerite.
Turn your ship around and leave.
Of course. But you don't mind if we finish our scans. Archerite is extremely valuable to us. Even a few kilos will pay our expenses for the next 10 cycles.
They're scanning our ships.
We're not trying to violate your privacy. Our sensors are omnidirectional, but there's nothing to be concerned about.
Deactivate your scans and leave, or we'll destroy you.
There's no need for threats. We'll leave, but if this system does contain Archerite, you just missed out your opportunity to collect a generous percentage. Stop the scan. Take us out of the system, but not too quickly. The Andorian Mining Consortium runs from no one.
It's emitting high
Terrible.
levels of radiation.
Connect.
Could be anything. Power generator of some kind. Fusion reactor.
It has the same quantum signature as the weapon that attacked Earth.
What's the status of our repairs?
Impulse and warp engines are nominal. Hull plating is at 82%.
Weapons.
Mr. Reed reports the anomaly caused more damage than he originally estimated.
How long?
He isn't certain, perhaps 2 days.
If they are here to test that thing, we may not have 2 days. Why the urgency? This can't be the final version of the weapon. Topol's analysis shows it isn't powerful enough to destroy an entire planet. Let them run their tests. Why destroy this prototype when we can see it in use, gauge its destructive power? I don't intend to destroy it. If we could get our hands on this weapon, Starfleet might be able to figure out a defense. Go ahead and take it.
The phase couplers are charging.
All we have left is to reset the emitters.
What's the frequency?
I'll do it.
You don't trust me.
No offense, but when it comes to our weapons frequencies, I wouldn't trust my own mother.
Is your mother considered a security risk?
That's just an expression.
An odd one. My mother's security clearance is higher than mine.
Really?
She commanded an Imperial infantry unit.
You come from a military family?
4 generations.
3, on my father's side.
He must be disappointed in you.
Ouch.
Betraying your family tradition by serving on a ship of exploration.
Actually, we haven't done much exploring for quite a while. But since you ask, he wasn't very pleased. The Royal Navy was his life.
Perhaps he'd feel differently if he saw you now. Fighting for the survival of your race.
I'm sure he would. Right. All done. I'll power it up and we'll see where we stand. Report.
They've launched the prototype.
Can we get a closer look? This is Shran.
Yes, Commander.
Transfer our sensor telemetry to Enterprise.
Are these the satisfying results you promised?
The device was building to an overload. We were forced to shut it down.
Why?
I need time to analyze the data.
Time. We have given you more than enough time. We were weapon to destroy the humans in one stroke. Not hack away at them bit by bit.
That moon was nearly split in two. Clearly progress has been made.
Not enough.
Every failure puts us at risk. Data!
Can the problem be rectified? Once I've recovered the device, I'll have more information.
We hope so.
The output was much greater than the probe that it's after. But still, I don't believe the device reached its maximum yield. We detected power fluctuations. It appears it was building toward an overload.
Are you saying this was a failure?
A spectacular one, but yes.
Grealik.
I love how it's still buttoned at the bottom. It's not.
On our Boreals Indy, we met at a facility that manufactured one of the components for the weapon. He promised to help us. Looks like he kept his word. Why haven't they retrieved?
Still emitting high levels of radiation.
How long until it's safe enough to get close?
6 hours, at least.
We've got to get to it before they do.
I love how it's still buttoned at the
What
bottom.
if we
It's not.
shield the launch bay? Evacuate all the adjacent compartments. Could we bring it aboard any sooner?
Our shielding wouldn't be sufficient to protect the crew.
Use my ship.
Can be.
Our force field will contain the radiation. We'll secure the device in our cargo bay until it's safe to transfer to Enterprise. That's a generous offer. But what are we supposed to do? Cheer you on? It's 4 against 2. Remember? This would be a joint venture. Roger, to Lieutenant Reed.
Reed here, sir.
What's the status on weapons?
Torpedoes are back online, and thanks to Lieutenant Tallis, we should have phase cannons within the hour.
We're going to need them. Roger out.
I wish we had more time. You're only going to get 94% efficiency from the phase cannon.
I've never got them about 93. If you ever decide to leave the Imperial Guard, Starfleet could certainly use you.
And if you get tired of exploring, you do well in the Imperial Guard.
I appreciate your offer, Shred. Wait a second. I'll return to my ship. I'm going with you. I plan to be there when you bring the weapon aboard.
Mosquito.
That won't be necessary. We can do it for him. That's not good enough. If something goes wrong, Komari is a warship with a battle-tested crew. They're capable of performing their duties without you looking over their shoulders. What happened to this being a joint venture? We'll render whatever assistance we can, but my crew won't take orders from you. They're going to have to. The Imperial Guard doesn't serve at your leisure, Pigskin. This is my mission. And you pass up your best chance for success over a matter of pride? This isn't about pride. Then he killed 7 million humans, not Andorians. I will put the fate of my people in the hands of the Imperial Guard. And we could use your help. But if you're not happy with me calling the shots, then we'll go it alone.
I've seen the scans you transmitted, Commander. Impressive.
Archer's science officer believes the weapon is unstable. Nearly overloaded.
Vulcan.
I have no reason to doubt her assessment. She seems competent.
We'll review her data. Proceed as planned.
General, the humans may yet become valuable allies.
If your mission is successful, we won't need an alliance with them. Or anyone.
Why squander the opportunity? Is this mission worth making enemies with them?
It's not up to you to determine the value of this mission, Commander. I trust your regard for this pink skin won't cause you to forget that.
What are you doing? Why are you accessing the sensors? They weren't damaged.
Not by the anomaly. With all the bypasses we've been running, we obviously could have created some additional problems.
You're just being thorough.
You wouldn't want to be in a battle with the Zindi and suddenly find yourself flying blind.
So, anything we need to worry about?
Your lateral array was out of alignment. I corrected it. All other systems are functioning properly. I'd take the ship into combat myself.
Even with our primitive weapons?
It's not the weapon. It's the soldier who wields it.
Dick joke.
Send the escort ships to intercept. We have to keep them away from the weapons. Two enemy ships approaching.
Tactical alert. Evasive maneuvers, Ensign.
Right.
Hail the captain. The two reptilian ships are moving toward us. The other vessels are holding position.
Try to keep them busy.
Acknowledged.
I await your order. Let's go, Captain. Charge weapons and set a course.
Oh, Endurance ships are so pretty.
It's the Andorian ship. They're heading for the weapon. We're working together. Get our ships back here now. Look like he's holding.
Return fire.
Okay.
Target their engines.
They're breaking off. They're heading back into the system.
Pursue course, Ensign. Continue firing all weapons. We have it.
Take us out of the system. Maximum speed. Are they following?
No. The human vessel disabled main propulsion on both ships.
What about Enterprise?
They've gone to warp. No apparent damage.
Contact Paul. Have her meet us at the rendezvous point. Is there a problem?
Inform the Imperial Guard we have the weapon. Set a course for Andoria. Maximum warp.
What are you doing?
I'm afraid we won't be taking orders from you any longer.
Now I see why you generously offered to let us use your ship. Son of a bitch.
I was ordered to retrieve the weapon by whatever means necessary.
I'm starting to think the Vulcans may be right about you.
The Vulcans are the reason we're doing this.
What are you talking about?
For 200 years, all that's kept them from invading Andoria is the threat of massive retaliation. With a weapon of this magnitude at our disposal, they wouldn't dare attack us.
You're putting Earth at risk because of a border dispute with the Vulcans?
We disrupted the Zindi test, took their weapon. We may have helped save your world.
I guess I'm not familiar with the Andorian concept of help.
Justify my actions to you, Pingskin. I swore an oath to the Imperial Guard. My loyalty lies with them.
The crew will let you take the weapon without a fight.
Your ship isn't fast enough to catch us.
You'll have to slow down to pass back through the anomaly field.
I anticipated that. When Talos was working on Enterprise, she disrupted the main sensor array. They may be able to catch up to us, but they'll have no way to find us.
We'd like to talk about repaying debts.
I owed you that for a long time.
Take the captain to an escape pod. Don't worry. We'll alert Enterprise where to find you.
He deserves to get punched. Oh, the blue blood.
We disabled main power on both reptilian ships. The other vessels aren't pursuing us.
What about our sensors? Back online. You were right, sir. If I hadn't been watching that Andorian officer, it might have taken weeks to find out where she sabotaged the array.
The ship?
It's approaching the anomaly field.
They reduced speed. They'll intercept them in 14 minutes.
We've begun examining the weapon.
Excellent work. Did you receive a commendation?
With respect, General, I prefer you didn't.
Transmit your analysis as soon as possible.
Commander Shran,
What is it?
Enterprise is approaching.
Where are they?
80,000 kilometers. They're hailing us.
Captain Archer. Glad to see you made it back safely. How did you find us?
You don't think I'd let your people work on my ship without appropriate supervision? Give us the weapon.
I respect your perseverance, but you don't actually think you'll be able to take it from them.
No. I think you're going to give it to us. Willingly.
I should have warned you. Don't drink too much of that Andorian ale in one sitting.
This is good.
You tossed me overboard before I had a chance to thank you for letting us access your sensor telemetry. When the Zindi tested the weapon, we were able to intercept their activation codes. Give it to us, or we'll detonate it in your cargo bay.
Little surprise.
I'd rather do that than let you take it back to Andoria. Why? We're not sure. I can't take the chance that you'd use it against the Vulcans.
What have the Vulcans done to deserve your loyalty?
You said you came to help us shred. You can still make good on your offer. I'm sorry, Pinks. You're not giving me any choice.
I don't believe you. Take us into the anomaly field.
T'Pol.
Shred, cargo hold 3. What's your status?
The firing matrix is activated. I believe the device is harming itself.
Shut it down.
We're trying, Commander.
I get rid of it while you still can.
Report.
They have less than 30 seconds.
Shred.
20 seconds.
This is good. I love this.
Clear the hold. Prepare to open the papers.
Six seconds.
Let's get moving.
Already on it, sir. I got it, sir. Andorians? They were much
He said that before he even looked at his screen.
Attacked, but there's significant
No
damage to the
damage.
engines and power systems. I'm going to channel the Shred. Ask him if he requires our assistance.
Captain Starlog, supplement. Commander Shran graciously declined our offer of help. The last we saw of them, they were limping away on auxiliary help.
You have something.
Just before we went to war, we received a transmission from Andorian ship. It wasn't on one of the normal comm frequencies. It was encrypted to look like subspace interference.
Let's see it.
Apparently, they had time to take some detailed scans while it was aboard their ship. Judging from the clandestine nature of the transmission, I guess that whoever sent this didn't want to be discovered.
Get it to Starfleet Command right away.
It was Shran.
Why don't you and Trip join me for dinner tonight? I have some Andorian ale you might like to try.
That was a good one. I like that episode. It's actually cold. It feels actually cold in here. It's weird. Next week, life support system. It's been an hour and nobody's been watching, so I don't know what to do. I kind of want to watch another episode, but you know, I guess since I've already said it, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, the yawn. So yeah. Why will you not just stay there? Oops. Okay, wrong button. Go. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. I'm looking at the control panel a bit. It's kind of like askew to me, so yeah. Anyway. That was a good one. I always love the enjoyings anyway. They're so much fun.
Who are you? They're targeting our engines. What do you want? You're the weapons expert. See if you can get those shields back online. If we don't raise the shields, the only thing that's going to be left of this ship is a cloud of vapor. Insectoids. These should be shield emitters. Not gonna last for long. We want a challenge to those ships. What? They're sandy. I ordered them to hold their fire. It's been a long time since any city took orders from you. We're carrying 500 liters of warp plasma in the starboard tanks. We'll have to vet it. Turn these down on my mark. They're gonna destroy us. Now! What happened? The plasma got into their intake manifolds. Their engines are overheating. I want to know who you are. Why you've abducted me. I really don't remember. I was afraid this might happen. It's me, Archer. What species are you? You've been through a lot in the last 2 days. Just let me figure out. Species! I'm human. You're from the Earth vessel. Degra, you have to listen to me. I'm not your enemy anymore. You spent the last 2 days in an interrogation chamber. Whatever the insectoids did to you in there must have affected your memory. My name is Jonathan Archer. The two of us just escaped from an insectoid prison colony. Prison? We've shared a cell for almost 3 years. That's not possible. Roll up your sleeve. The conflict between our people is over. We're both lost. I promise I'll explain everything. But right now, we have to get out of here before our friends out there repair their engines. What are you doing? There's a system about a week from here. It's isolated. I doubt they'll look for us there.
Oh, getting from there to here. It's been a long time. But my time is finally. I will see my dreams come like a path. I will touch the sky. And they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. 'Cause I got faith at the heart. Go where my heart will take me. I got faith to believe I can do anything. I got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach a star. I've got faith. I've got faith. into the heart. Pew. And I'm back. I am nearly finished with the editing, and I'm going to begin the upload process directly to the Fat Daddy channel. After that's done, I'm going to upload it to the other channel, to the Pornhub channel. I'm super frustrated on account of the upload that I tried to do to the Pornhub channel, the really long video.
Sometimes they can suppress memories. Same thing happened when they questioned.
It didn't take.
I forgot everything that happened.
I don't know what happened. It just basically it was there for hours. It didn't upload.
3 years.
So
That's true. Why would they question me?
They wanted information about the weapon.
What kind of information?
This is gonna take some time. What's the last thing you remember?
I was on my vessel, approaching the planet in the Dwarf system. The weapon test. It failed because your prototype was sabotaged. How would you know that?
Because I'm responsible for it. Your chemocyte shipment was tampered with.
Greylight.
He wasn't too happy when I told him what you were planning to do with his chemocyte.
He'll be executed for this.
He was. In the end, it didn't make much of a difference. We didn't stop your program. We only slowed it down. A few weeks later, the weapon was launched. It destroyed my planet.
We were successful.
I don't know if it was a success. After Earth was destroyed, the old Xindi rivalries surfaced again. The insectoids started attacking other Xindi colonies. They killed thousands of your people. Reptilians and aquatics would never allow that. There wasn't a lot they could do. While you were busy constructing the weapon, the insectoids were secretly building hundreds of new ships. They used Earth as a diversion. Their real goal was to dominate the other Xindi species. You all right? It's just a blade work. It'll work its way out.
Can you remove it?
a bloodworm. Ew.
Hold still.
That was gross. Sorry, randomly distracted by whatever just happened.
I think you need this more than water. See yourself.
I don't understand how a Xindi and a human could put aside their differences so quickly.
Trust me, it didn't happen overnight. You gave me this the first day we were locked up together. Guards thought it would be entertaining to put us in the same cell. They even placed wagers on who would survive the longest. I was in pretty bad shape at the time, so you were the odds-on favorite. Your people killed everyone I ever cared about.
was going to make sure you never walk out of that cell. For weeks we tried to kill each other. I was lying in the infirmary when I finally asked myself, what was the point? My world was gone, but maybe so was yours. So I made a proposal. The two of us would work together to get out of that place. It took us longer than either one of us thought. Maybe. Here we are. I don't recognize this type of ship. It's a Malosian cargo shuttle. Malosian? They're traders. They bring supplies to the prison a few times a month. No weapons, but she's sturdy enough to get us where we're going. Perhaps we should set a course to your vessel. Is it still in the expanse? Not exactly.
Got it.
When we were getting close to finding your weapons, the insectoids sent their ships after us. They boarded Enterprise and took me prisoner. And they planted spatial charges around our warp reactor. My crew was still aboard when they detonated. The insectoids were always an aggressive species, but I never thought them capable of this. They destroyed everything the Council worked for. Council? It was formed when our planet was destroyed. It was created to find a new homeworld for all Xindi.
Who would have told you this by now?
After years of searching, we found a few suitable locations, but as usual, couldn't agree on a final choice. Our plan for reunification was put aside when we learned of the threat from Earth. I was ordered to begin designing the weapon. I devoted years to it. I made so many sacrifices. So did my wife. Do I know what happened to my family? You told me you'd heard from Nara before you were sent to prison. She and the children were safe. We have a ship now. We can look for them. And we're on a colony near a red giant.
You don't know what red giant? Kind of important.
Do you remember the coordinates? I doubt there's anything left. It would have been one of the first colonies to have been attacked. There may have been survivors. It's too dangerous. The patrol ships are still looking for us. We should find a refuge. Reactor cooler. The cargo must have ruptured in the attack. Yay! You belong to family. You want to see them again? Try it. Seal rupture. I'll see if I can pull up the coolant tanks.
I don't know what to call this one. Oh, dressed up. And I don't know what to call it. Whoa, big stretch. Dressed. No. Skin tight now. No. Ah, what do I call it? Ow.
You should remain unconscious for at least 2 hours. Someone wish to sign the weapon. Keep an eye on it.
Bowl, no.
What have we got?
There are 7 red giants in this region, and they're spread over approximately 40 light years.
Can we scan them for a weapons facility?
Not at this distance.
He only told you his family was living near one of these stars. They don't know that the weapon's there.
Degger's a senior official. We know he's designing the weapon. There's a chance he'd keep his family close by.
I have no idea what to call this.
You're ready to go for the Andorian ale. Don't loosen him up.
You appear to have gained his trust. Perhaps you should try a more direct approach.
What do you mean?
Ask him where the weapon is being constructed.
It's too risky. If he suspects something, we'll end up right back where we started. He'll tell me. Just need a little more time.
Clean up bacon? No, that sounds terrible. Cleaned up bacon.
Captain Starlog, December 12, 2153. We've returned to the site where the Zindi were testing the prototype weapon. An analysis of the debris may tell us more about it. I'm picking up a ship at the edge of the system.
I got nothing.
It's Zindi.
Why didn't we see it before?
It may have been traveling through one of the subspace vortices they use. Its hull signature matches the Zindi ships that were here 2 days ago.
Captain, I'm reading 3 biosigns on board. Have they seen us yet?
I don't believe so.
Sit close to the inner moon. Stand by to deploy the sensor drones.
What's that?
Weapons fire.
To the 9s.
There's a ship closing. It's a human vessel. You said there was no one in the system. They must have been hiding in the debris.
Skin tight to
They disabled our subspace transceiver.
There we go. That sounds better.
See what you can do about their engines.
They're not going anywhere, sir.
And pre-rendering.
Stand by, prepare to be boarded.
Dalen,
Now,
Anything?
They were attempting to erase the computer core when we boarded the ship. There's very little data left.
What about navigational logs?
And deleted. I may have something here, sir. And these are fragments.
okay, so now what?
There are parts of a letter from someone named Degra.
Does it mention the weapon?
No. There's a reference to a planet he visited recently. Azati Prime.
Let me know what else you find.
Oh, I got somebody watching.
I'd love to spend an afternoon taking this engine apart.
Hey,
Not your typical nacelle configuration.
Look how everything's tied in through their main deflector.
Learn everything you can.
no, it's part of the yeah.
I want to know where you're building the weapon. I don't know what you're talking about. The hell you don't.
Your name is Degra. I was at the Zindi colony when you picked up your shipment of chemocyte. Your people are planning another attack. I'm not going to let that happen.
And you
Capturing
got.
us, you've accomplished nothing.
I don't know what to say.
Where's the weapon? Archer, the bridge report.
There's a surge in the plasma network.
What's causing it?
Radiation from the debris field. It's starting to affect our systems.
So I recommend putting a safe distance between us and the test site.
All right.
Take the ship out of the field, but keep us close by.
Understood.
If you won't tell me what I need to know, perhaps one of your men will.
When my superiors learn we're missing, they'll find your ship and destroy it.
We could try a truth serum, but it could take weeks to synthesize the correct formula. I've been studying Cindy neurophysiology. It may be possible to erase his most recent memory engrams. That way, Degra will never know that he came aboard or that he met any of us.
But this is a Zindi reptilian. Would it work on a primate? Their neural pathways are virtually identical. I'll need to perform a few tests, but I don't expect it will be a problem. How selective could this memory wipe be?
I built flight simulators for Starfleet training. This wouldn't be that different. It's not simply a matter of constructing a shuttle. It has to be designed. What species built it? What language would the control interface use?
Toshi can help with that.
I recovered a letter Degra wrote to his wife a few months ago. Her name's Nara. They have 2 children. It may be necessary to communicate with you while you're inside the simulator.
The makers use subdermal transceivers.
They're relatively easy to implant.
Let's get started.
T'Pol, I could use your help with some of the details.
Details.
If he buys into this, Degra's going to want to know everything that's happened in the last 3 years. I can't make up the whole story on the spot.
Nice work. Thank you. Thermal art used to be very common on Zenobula. Fortunately, my parents insisted I study it. I've also stimulated his hair follicles.
I'm not sure about the gray. This is only supposed to be 3 years from now.
Ah, but you're forgetting about the
Thermal
stress
art.
of imprisonment. And
Tattoo
your
designs.
very well have an effect on hair pigmentation.
I do tattoo designs for people sometimes.
You're sure these are safe?
Oh, yes. I've treated patients with regular bloodworms for years. There should be no side effects aside from a thoroughly cleansed lymphatic system. Please try not to injure it. They're difficult to replace.
I'll do my best. What is it? Spatial anomalies. We're passing through a field with them. Hold on.
Follow the cargo bay too. Increase hydraulics to level 6.
Is our life with trillium? Obviously not.
Increase to level 7. On my mark, initiate a sharp jolt to stop her.
How sharp do you want it?
Sharp.
Where's the lady?
Let the captain know. This is going to be a rough one, sir.
We're losing structural integrity. I'm taking us on board. We'll never make it through this field in one piece.
Yay! So what did I call this one?
You should send a distress call. One of your ships might be close enough to hear it. What if the insectoids pick it up? You don't have a lot of choices.
Right, beginning the upload process to YouTube.
Officials hide down to insectoids know it.
Select and file.
What's frequency? It would be easier for me to enter it directly.
Vincent?
I know what it was called. Scanning, 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 scanning,
I've got it.
scanning.
Stand by to respond.
Operations Command Center.
Go ahead.
Picking up a distortion in subspace. I believe it's in his ship.
How long until they arrive?
About 6 hours.
Their sensors are pretty sophisticated. They might see us long before then. Lieutenant, take us back into the debris field.
Radiation could have led our systems again.
I'm aware of the risks. Carry out my orders.
Acknowledged.
Carry out my orders. Do it. Do it.
One of the inmates told me all about Merrick 3. He used it as a staging area when he was smuggling dilithium. What did you say it was like? Youth. Beaches that go on thousands of kilometers. The first thing I'm going to do is find a cold lake and take the longest bath of my life. That was a lot of way you describe it.
Captain's certainly drinking a lot. The doctor gave him an anti-intoxicant.
This colony of yours, you never told me about
An
it.
anti-intoxicant. Is that even a thing?
But it was barely
That's the thing.
habitable.
Why'd you live there?
It wasn't my choice. Nara was desperate to leave. She didn't think the military habitat was the right environment for the children. Do you have a family, Captain?
A long time since anyone called me Captain. It's Jonathan, remember? I never really had an opportunity to start one.
Okay, it's uploading. I don't know how long it's going to take, but there it is.
Make the time.
And now I just watched the episode with myself, I guess, because no one here. Excuse me.
I would do anything to protect mine. After I was told of the threat
Oh, there is someone here again.
from humanity, I left my theoretical
Hey,
studies and agreed to design the prototype weapon. When it arrived in your star system, I watched the telemetry with the other members of the council.
It's a weird night.
7 multiplier.
Well, I think my sleep cycle is actually getting good, so that's cool. Hey, Jeffrey. Next thing was the fact that he is going to be great. It is uploading, so hopefully it's going to take 2 hours and 12 minutes.
I've told you this before.
Okay.
3 years. My children may not even recognize me after so much.
Hey, been Jeff.
Would be hailed.
It's nearly been 2 hours that I've been
Whatever it is,
alone.
it must be pretty far away. I'll try to clear it up. Responding to your distress call. Please acknowledge. It's one of my colleagues. Taylor! Can you hear me? It's Degra! Degra? It's good to hear your voice. I've heard through my sources
That you had been captured by the insectoids. There were reports that you had been executed.
They haven't killed me yet. I need your help. My friend and I have escaped from an insectoid prison. Their patrols are looking for us. I'm losing the signal. Please repeat. Better make it fast. Dalen, where are you? I'm on a body 5. It's safe here. Is my family still there? Are they safe? Dalen! Dara is here. And the children. I'll tell them to expect you. At least you know they're all right. There were more than 1,000 primates on our L'Oreals, and they told me. I don't understand why it wasn't destroyed. You should still change course. Do you know the coordinates?
Yeah.
What's wrong? You must forgive me. To me, it's been only a day since we were enemies giving you the coordinates to our classified installations. Difficult.
It's very easy. Just say the name of the coordinates. Just say the numbers. It's fine.
They're coming in 112.7.4 by 4052 by 3901.1. Red Giant. Open a comm line to the captain.
You encrypted the navigation controls.
how long it will take to get there.
Not long.
Approximately 3 weeks at maximum. A considerable detour.
I find things just said about Aretha Franklin's passing with an amazing person. I think I heard about this.
Going to show up with me.
What
Humans
happened?
probably aren't their favorite species.
I'll tell them everything you did to help. I'm a senior official.
Why do I know that name, by the way?
I appreciate that.
Go on.
It's a diverse community. Far more pleasant than most military. Drivers?
The four hydraulics are acting up. Shut it down! They're not responding.
Not hurt yet.
The radiation from the debris is overloading the hydraulic system.
Can you stabilize the simulator?
I'm working on it. More anomalies? I'm not sure.
Captain, we're having some problems. Stand by. Follow the bridge. Take us out of the debris field.
Understood.
Wow, she was really pretty. I have heard of her and her voice, yeah. But basically, I don't remember seeing a picture of her.
Bridge to the command center. We're cleared the debris field.
Acknowledged.
What was the problem? Subspace turbulence. Really?
About an hour and 16 minutes, apparently.
I'm curious.
I can catch for a while. Yeah. It's annoying.
If we've been friends for as long as you say, I must have told you the names of my children. You still don't believe me, do you?
There's something in his hand. Magnify.
Since you said it.
Captain, he has a weapon.
I just need you to tell me what their names are.
We're coming in.
This isn't necessary.
Pirella and Jaina.
You're all the Jaina. Which one is older?
It's not in here, sir.
You'll never find the weapon. Take him to the brig.
Yeah, she was pretty. But yeah, it's a bit sad. But everyone goes.
We were told humans were ruthless. But I didn't know you were also skilled at deception. When did you realize? I had my suspicions from the beginning. But it was the comm signal from my colleague on Azadi Prime that confirmed them. We know your ship has been recently. There's an insectoid deuterium facility on Azadi Prime. That's the last place my people would have gone to hide. If it weren't for that mistake, the plan might have succeeded. You gave us the coordinates of a red giant. I gave you what you thought you wanted. I guess I'll just have to wipe your memory clean again. Go back into the simulator and start this whole thing over. I doubt there's time for that. We both know my people are searching for me. I think you didn't figure it out until after the malfunction. I'd be willing to bet those coordinates are real. Then I suggest you proceed there at maximum warp.
Why would he encrypt the coordinates if they weren't accurate? Perhaps he thought it would make them appear more convincing.
He's got to be lying, sir. Something must have happened during the radiation surge that tipped him off.
We can't afford to lose 3 weeks if the weapon isn't there. Have you learned anything more about how they open the
Oh, thanks,
subspace
Jeff.
forces?
They use some kind of phase deflector pulses. Once they're in, their ships can travel half a dozen light years in a couple of minutes.
I want to see all the data you've collected.
Archer the Rich.
All right.
Tactical alert.
The way that she sits on that chair is always very, very strange to me. She's always on the edge of the seat, with her legs kind of half crossed. It's very strange. Next time there's a wide shot, I'll show you. It's just odd. They're trying to create a subspace vortex.
You two, come with me. I said move.
Well, that's the hottest goes on any longer. Emergency rocket! You're the engineer? Yes. You're gonna help us. You're dead. Your technology. Use our main collector to open some big vortex. The vortex is starting to collapse. I need you to stabilize it. If you don't do what he says, this ship will break apart. Tell him to do what he's told. Nothing. It wasn't me, Captain. I'll be damned. Travis inverted the warp field. It dropped us back into normal space.
Default to Captain Archer.
Go ahead.
Please report to the bridge.
I'll get back to the break.
Report. We've reached the coordinates. Ensign, magnified.
I'm picking up several India vessels. Also reading significant quantities of chemocyte.
What's our status?
Minimal damage. The hull base is coming back online.
Arm all weapons. Lay the course for those chemocyte signatures. Full impulse. Get him out of here. Get there! Close to the weapon! I'm the best predator would destroy you! Show him.
Got him.
Thanks for your help. Take him to sick bay.
Armor.
I think you overdid the turbulence just a little. Try to do better next time, sir.
That was random.
How's it coming?
We've made it appear as if a plasma conduit ruptured, rendering them unconscious.
I'm injecting them with trace amounts of the plasma. It won't be harmful.
His eye was slightly open then. His eye was slightly open then.
They don't know we're here.
I'm gonna rewind that. I'm gonna rewind that. That's funny.
Injecting them with trace amounts of plasma.
Look at his eye. It was just open just now.
That won't explain how their computer core was deleted.
As long as they don't know we were here. Injecting them with trace amounts of the plasma. It won't be harmful.
He ruined that take. He ruined that take. I'm guessing they just didn't see it.
Go ahead.
The Sydney vessel's less than an hour away, sir.
Captain Starlog supplemental. Hopefully the journey to Azadi Prime will be the final leg in our search for the Sydney weapon.
That was a couple of good ones. I mean, I really liked. I forgot about the last part of the deception that they were trying to do. His eye was open. It was only slightly open. It was just like this. It was just like that. You know, you could just kind of tell because of the reflectiveness and everything. And he closed it because he realized that his eye was open. Anyway, yeah, I really like the. I really like the first one was pretty good because we got to see the Endorians again, and you know how I like the blue skin guys. The Endorians are fun, especially like Shran. Shran is the best. But I've always liked that actor. Just in all of his stuff on Star Trek, he's been on Star Trek so many times that it just is just you don't really notice that it's him anymore. You know. You don't really notice the actor. You know, I'm trying to give a good example. I will point him out as we're watching the rest of Star Trek. I will point him out, where he is in the other Star Treks. He's in every single season except for the original series, obviously, and the animated series, because those are the kind of same thing. But it's just. He's really good. I really do like Shran. So yeah. So yeah, we got some editing done. I just finished it I just finished the uploading process as you arrived, Jeff. So basically it was just but yeah, it's been uploaded. That video is being uploaded to YouTube as we speak. I think it said 1 hour. It said 2 hours and something remaining, but I don't know why it instantly switched down. By the way, while we were filming while we were doing the last live stream and while we were filming, I was trying to upload a 22-minute video to the Pornhub site, and it had been uploading all fucking day. And when I came back in here after I had my dinner, it had crashed. The video file, the page had refreshed to the simple uploader page, and I was like so pissed off. But at the same time, it's not like the file is missing or lost or anything. In fact, I have to move it back because I'll put it in the completed folder. So while I'm doing that, but apart from that, we've got all the other ones. It's not giving me any information for it. There we go. I don't want to copy it. Right. PPFD. It's in the minor channel uploads. I know it sucks, but I mean, it's just one of those things. But all I've got to do is literally move it into the complete unuploaded folder again, and it will be there. There's still plenty of videos to upload, so it's not that big of a deal. It's annoying that basically my computer could have been uploading all of the other little files and stuff like that at the time. I just wanted to, I picked a big one so that I could do the filming and go inside and have my dinner without basically having to come back to the computer all the time to upload another file, you know. So that there was no time lost. But apparently it doesn't like that, which is fine. You know, I get it. I do. But like I said, it's no big deal. Is no big deal. So yeah, for the next few weeks until basically a large chunk of the database, the archive is uploaded either to Pornhub or to the other channels. This is going to be the format. I'm going to try to do at least one video per topic per new channel, and I'm going to continue to upload every day. I'm gonna upload from the archive onto either the YouTube channel, whatever week it is, or the Pornhub channel, and basically upload the archive to the Pornhub channel. We're going to do that basically until that big folder shrinks down enough so that I can actually start making content on the regular basis again. But because of this, it means that I'm only going to be doing a video a week. I'm only going to be editing a video a week, because there just isn't enough time for me to upload everything and make content at the same time. It's just like my computer just can't handle that. I'm afraid. So, but I mean, it's not a bad format. You get a new video, a fresh video every week, and you get basically a bunch of the old content. It's a bit weird that basically the old content is going to be spread throughout so many different channels, and it's going to be a bit weird that I'm going to check the notifications for each channel, hopefully on the regular. I've got a new subscriber to the Fat Daddy channel, which is sweet. It just come up with a little notification on my computer. So yeah, but I mean it's a good enough form. I'm going to check the weekly poll on here, because that's going to tell me what I'm going to be doing next week. In other news, during that rainstorm, when the doors open, if you remember, there was a rainstorm during one of the other live streams. I don't know if you were here for that, but yeah, my pad got wet because it was on my door. It was by the door. Luckily, it only damaged one piece of paper. I think it didn't actually damage a bit of the side, and I have everything else digitized, thankfully. So there's no water damage on any of my other furry art pieces. And all the people that wanted their stuff private, I can actually show you this entire book without, except for maybe a couple of not safe for work pictures, because I basically have removed all of the private images. That's Saban, by the way, if you remember Saban. And he's left a colourful mark on my other side of my page. Yeah. I've taken all the private stuff out, so basically I can show people this, because I took it out when I went to visit Patch, in case Patch wanted to have a go through the furry stuff, my furry pad. So yeah, this is what water damage does to this paper. It's actually not that bad. The page itself is actually, it's just warped, you know. It kind of, oh, on the other side you can kind of see where the water droplets were. A bit freaky, but yeah, no lasting water damage, so pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do with this page. I might just use it for a bit of sketching or something, but it's just kind of a But what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, I've been getting all of the presents. There's been lots of, since I haven't seen my mother in a while, and you know, I haven't seen her since almost a year. It's almost been a year since I saw my mother, And you know, we talk to each other every night on the phone and stuff like that. But essentially, because it's been so long, there has been a accumulation of birthday presents, of Mother's Day presents, of Christmas presents, and it's just that it's weird. It's gonna be like a huge Christmas when I see her again, and she comes over so that I can drop her, you know, like load her car up with presents. It's just weird. So this is going to be funny. But the thing is that they are scattered. They were scattered throughout the house. So I've been trying to gather all that stuff up again, as well as a couple of things for my nephews. But I have seen my brother and my nephews fairly recently anyway. So it basically means that there's only a small pile of toys and stuff. And there's a big pile of gifts for my mother, including the Easter eggs, which is quite funny. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was a bit late to come back on here after having my dinner and everything. But no, now I am all set. I get to relax tomorrow a little bit. So yeah, should be loaded up with presents. Exactly. Excited about. I'm actually excited about that part. And of course, going around the 1940s weekend, we'll probably find some stuff, some extra presents as well for people and stuff. So I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to taking my brother and my nephew to the tank rides, and you know, watching the dog show, and maybe getting him a toy gun or something. I don't know. They got a little fun fair there, so that'll be fun because it's a fun fair. Yeah. Yeah. There's something else I need to do, but I can't remember what it was. Brain fart. "55 minutes. Well, not. I'm now out of things to talk about. I'm now out of things to talk about. At some stage, either next weekend or the weekend after, I am going to be going into Peterborough, going into town, and I'm going to get my passport sorted out. And once that's done, I'm going to be organising my flights. I'm going to be paying for my flights and start organising that, and that's exciting. So yeah. Oh my fucking god, that's so cool. So you will see everyone on Saturday, right? I'll see everyone on Saturday, and on Sunday I'm seeing Daryl and Kevin as well. So as well as my aunt is coming with us to the 40s weekend. So yeah. But no, it's gonna be good. We're gonna get in. We're gonna like yeah. Jeff, I tried to be, but you know. Sorry, just realised something. I got I made special birthday cards for the kids just in case. I don't like mailing stuff. I don't like mailing stuff in the UK. Whenever I mail anything, it's one of the reasons why your pictures I made sure that I mailed in the US, and with supervision of the nice people at the lobby and at the gift shop, you know, because I wanted to make sure that all of the information was there and everything was fine. But in the UK, I don't want to mail things because for some reason I have the worst luck. I have the worst luck. Even when it's through a third party, you know, I have the worst luck with mailing stuff. And I just realized that I need to fill out my my nephew's birthday cards for next year and give them to my brother, because I do this every year, by the way. It's just that, you know, sometime before their birthdays, I basically give the cards to my brother, because basically I do not trust the Royal Mail sometimes. Yeah, I basically don't trust. I've you know, my local my postman is a bit bullshit. You know, my particular postman is a bit bullshit. He basically he puts things in the mail slot, and and if it's a package, then he will touch the door, not knock on it. He will touch the door. He won't ring the bell. He won't use the knocker. He will touch our door, and then basically, if no one answers because they didn't hear anything, he will fuck off. You know. But no, my mother, where she lives, basically, I used a website to send her some flowers, because I wasn't, you know, because I wasn't there and everything, and it's far away. She got the flowers. They were mostly dead, like super dead. I mean, they were dead already because they're flowers, but and I also got her like her Easter eggs a couple of years ago. I got her Easter eggs through this website, and they were amazing looking. And I've had, you know, they've had good reviews and everything, but her eggs basically came broken, and there was also a little bouquet of, it was like a little tiny flower made out of tiny little mini eggs and stuff, with like held on by, it was pretty. The chocolate was old, apparently. So yeah. I also got some seeds because she's into gardening. Oh, there's a fly. Yeah, I also got some seeds because she's into gardening. The envelope that the seeds came in was broken on one side, and the seeds were basically had broken off. They'd fallen out of the hole in the packaging. So yeah. And these are the only times that I've used these sites, you know, because after that, I basically don't use them anymore, you know, which is a real shame, actually, because one of them, I sent them an email saying, you know, about all this stuff, and could I possibly get a refund because it's bullshit. They said that they don't do refunds, but they do give you the option to basically have like you know, a voucher, an online voucher, so that you can use them to do something else. And I let it expire. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I let it expire. So yeah, that was my own fault. I should have used it on something nearby or local, or something to be sent here, you know. So yeah, I don't trust I just don't trust the mail around my mother and my brother. So yeah, what normally happens is I give my brother the cards, but that's the realization anyway. That's why I realized that I also have to get the cards ready as well for my brother, so that he can give them to my nephews at some stage, and I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. That's not true. I've always done this with my brother because I don't know what the mail is like where he is. So yeah. But you know, I'm not saying that Royal Mail is bad. Royal Mail is actually really good. It's like the best and cheapest in the world, apparently, for like for a mail service, you know. But it's a bit bullshit. It's just a bit bullshit. It's nothing to do with the Royal Mail. It's nothing to do with the company itself. It's literally to do with the people. I've just had bad luck with the people. I seem to get all of the bad people, the wrong people. No, that's wrong. The arseholes, basically, that is doing the mail. Jeffrey, it's okay. This happened like years ago now. But this is the reason why I don't send my mother like birthday cards or Mother's Day cards or anything like that. I basically make sure that I give them to them in person. The only times I do send cards is during Christmas, and even then I've had like cards go missing and stuff. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, like I said, Royal Mail is pretty good. It's just that, you know, it's specific postmen or postwomen that basically are not the best. Basically, that seem to follow me around wherever I am. So yeah, things like Amazon and stuff, they don't use the Royal Mail usually, unless you specifically ask them to. So. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what we were talking about before this. Oh, the food is good at the 40s weekend, right? Well, I have mentioned the food before. The food's pretty good. It's not bad. It doesn't suck. You know, it is actually pretty good. It's just usually it's quite expensive because they've got a captive audience. The United States Postal Service here isn't that great either, so I definitely get it. Well, that's what I mean, though. I think that I mean, your thing arrived, didn't it? I mean, that was pretty good. You know, I just it's just that the reason why I sent your thing through the post in America is because it was slightly cheaper, and there was less chance of something going wrong. You know, there was less chance of it getting lost when it was being shipped, either through air or by sea. You know, so it's like there's less chance of it being squished or like run over or straight up lost. You know, if I went all the way there with it, basically, and then I posted it. Plus, like I said, yeah. Plus, like I said, it was a hell of a lot easier doing it for a hotel where I made sure that the lobby wasn't that busy, and I could talk to the receptionist, and you know, she helped me a lot. Basically, it explained to me how many stamps I needed, and I double checked that this mailing address was okay, and that it's going to go where it's going to go because it's got this on it, and that's great. Yeah, and it's marked as fragile and all that stuff. Do not bend and all that stuff. And so yeah, it was absolutely no problem. It was basically like using the hotel as a postal service is actually a really good idea. Oh god, sorry, that was bad. It's a shame Panafox is never here when this stuff happens. Yeah, ignore that. Yeah, because you know it's going to go out. You know it's going to go out and stuff like that. Once it's done, it's done. It's fine. So it's a lot nicer. Yeah. Yeah. Lame. Don't draw attention to it, Jeffrey. God. It's embarrassing. Do you know what? Panafox, are you here? My viewer counter went up just now. And also, I noticed that your icon on Discord kind of turned green, which means that you're online. So I don't know if that means that you're watching, but yeah. Well, anyway, Panda Fox, if that is you, then basically go back 5 minutes. If it's not you, then don't worry about it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to figure out what I'm doing next week and get a kind of an idea for what's happening with the other channel. What channel is going to be activated? And I normally don't do this because I kind of like to have a surprise myself, you know, kind of to see what weekly topic I get for next week. But because I've got the results, a lot of results so far, I'm going to just have a little look. Okay, eating/food week is on 5. Leather week is 4. Guest week is 2. Piggy noise week is 2. Like that. Padding week is 1. Art week is 1. Bloating week is 1. Squish week has 1. Live week has none. Ooh. Feet week has 5. Wait, is somebody doing the thing again? Oh, somebody's doing the thing. Multiple emoji, you know, things, emojis. That's it. So it's got 4 instead. It hasn't got 5. 4 for cigar week. 1 for food week. 6. So belly play week is coming up. So far, I mean that's the most so far, I think. Pipe week has 3. Workaholic has 5. Funnel week has 1. Advice week has 1. Inflation/pump week has 8. So it might be inflation week. I don't know. And pump week has 3. So it's looking like it's inflation/pump week next week, maybe. Either that or belly play week. Are they voting for? Okay, they are voting for everything. Nope. Balloon week hasn't got any votes. Live week hasn't got any votes, and a lot of things only have 1 vote. So, and they are different people. They're not all the same person. So it makes sense. But yeah, my little voting system seems to be working quite well. I'm really pleased with that, actually. I'm really pleased that I made that's working. The annoying thing is that basically it does mean that I kind of want to check it out every now and again. And like I said, I kind of wanted to be surprised by it, but yeah. Yep, no votes for Balloon Week. It's fine. I'm going to be putting a stop to joint weeks, you know, more than 1 topic per week for now, just until we get everything working again. Unless basically it's for the channels that already are combined. For example, Pipe Week and Cigar Week, they are combined onto their own channel on YouTube called Tobacco Tubs, and it's not open yet. It's not reactivated or anything yet. So basically, it's not a thing. And Feet Week. Actually, no, that's not combined with anything. But Furry Week, and Pup Week, and I think Leather Week as well, because I don't have a Leather Tubs channel. Do I have a Leather Tubs channel? Builder Tubs, Inflatable Tubs, Fatty Tubs, Tobacco Tubs, the Tanker Tubs, Bare Feet Tubs, Squishing Tubs, Glutton Tubs, Daddy Dog Tubs. That's the furry tubs. Yeah. Oh, Daily Motion. So I was like, why is that on my favorites list? But it's on my browser tab. It shouldn't be. Yeah, there is a Leather Tubs. Should I put a Leather Tubs? I don't know if I should. It kind of seems redundant, since it only basically just you know, I tried it out a couple of times more after I deleted it. You know, the whole I removed it from the topic list for a little while just to see if it would work, and then I put it back because basically I realized that there were a couple of videos I could still do on that topic, but now I think it's gone back down again because I don't really know what to do with Leather Tubs. You know, I don't know if it has. I don't know if it has staying power to be its own thing. You know. Oh, the video progress is 37 minutes. Or 44 minutes, depending on which one you want to believe. So yeah. Okay. I've been thinking about doing other polls, but essentially I don't know if I should put any other polls on there. I don't know. It's gotten really cold. It's making my nose do the temperature difference thing. Then again, it is night. Oh yes, Worko, which is another of my many favorite stubs. Yeah. By the way, you know, if anybody's watching this on playback as well as me just saying it's Jeffrey, you know, you can vote for anything you want while I'm here on any live stream. If you just all you've got to do is basically ask me for the list of weekly topics, or basically say that you want to vote on something, and then do so in the chat, or leave it on as a comment on the video itself, and I will mark it down as its own vote. But just don't spam it, you know. Don't spam it on more than one comment section. Like if you want to vote on it 1 week, you know, basically if you want to vote for it on one live stream, and then just say it then, and don't repeat it. You know, don't spam it in the chat. And then on another live stream, you want to vote again. That's completely fine. That will count as 2 votes. So yeah. I got my feelings hurt a little bit. By the way, I know I shouldn't. I know it's kind of bullshit. But it's just and I know it's a regular artist thing. But I was on New Bear's server the other day, and he was showing some artwork. You know, somebody was posting some artwork on one of the artwork channels, and you know, a friend of mine who also posts in the artwork, or well, he posts his artwork on one of my channels as well. He basically posted in that one in that channel right after I posted one of my pictures, and then instantly New Bear was like, it's like, that's really cool. Do you mind if I commission some work from you? And he was like, yeah, sure. Although it does, it will cost around about $20 because of the amount of effort and time and stuff. And he was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'll let you know when I get paid and stuff like that. And I was like, I also posted artwork. I'm kidding. I wasn't that big of a jerk. I didn't say anything. I just at the time I was like, okay, I guess my work is fine. Happens to artists all the fucking time, And it's not down if this happens to you, by the way, and you're an artist. If this happens to you, it doesn't mean that the person. It doesn't mean that your artwork is any good, any better or worse than anybody else's. All it means is that basically they have a preference to a particular art style that another person does more often than you. It doesn't mean that basically they don't like your art style. It's just that they like a particular art style that they're just not that you don't do, and that's fine. But as the moments actually happen to you, you will feel a bit kind of shat on, I guess. But it means nothing. It's funny. It's just like I did a human picture too, and here it is. It's like, it was kind of like that's nice. Can I get a commission from the other guy, please? It's funny, honestly. I'm not actually pissed, really. Like I said, I got my feet wings. Yeah. At the time, I got my feet wings hurt a little bit, but it's no big deal. Yeah, right, Jeffrey. You see, that's what I mean. Yeah. I'm actually a bit pooped. I don't know why. I haven't done much today. But yeah. Walking in slow motion. Bing, bing, bing. What's this tab about? I wonder what this tab is. Weird. Right. I have a tab that's open to random YouTube videos or anything that I want to just quickly search on YouTube. It's like I got a Google tab and I got a YouTube tab in case I want to just quickly search for something on YouTube. And yeah, that tab was still open. So now I know what that is. I was like, what the hell is Mrs. Johnson? But yeah, that makes sense now. Especially when it started playing, it was like, I just didn't do anything for a while, but yeah. Going to finish this and then I'm going to go probably. Yeah, stuck in my head now. Great. So yeah, you got any comments, questions, suggestions, anything? Let me know before I leave. I will be back tomorrow though. It's gone out already. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow though. I'm going to be back and I'm going to be doing most likely be doing some artwork. Fucking leg. Yeah, most likely be doing some artwork. Yeah. I don't know what I'll be doing. I think I'll be doing this person that keeps messaging me, asking me, how's my artwork coming on? It's like, I haven't done it yet. God. You know, I did warn this person. There's a person that's on Affinity who basically like my artwork, and they keep messaging me and keep saying, you know, how's my artwork coming on? But it's just that when they commission, when they first asked me to draw something, basically because they didn't commission me, they just asked. They you know, I said to them that it's going to take, you know, it's probably going to take a while because I've got a lot of other artwork to do. I've got a lot of other people and paying people to do artwork for. So basically, unless you want to, you know, push yourself up in the priority list by making a donation, not even a big donation, could have been a teeny donation, then I can't do your artwork probably for a month or so. And they were like, no, it's fine. And so at least twice a week, they've been sending me messages saying, how's my artwork coming along? And all I can say is to them is, well, they say hello. They just say hello, which everybody knows. I fucking hate that. If you say hello to me, I'm most likely going to ignore that message because there's no content in it. You just say hello. If you basically say, hey, can I, you know, then you make a question, or you just say something, or, you know, just contribute any information, would be great. But if you just send me a message saying hi or hello, it's like, I'm not going to answer. I'm not. Don't fucking do that. It's bad. My abscess is gone. It's just a little scab now, which is nice. It's a bit annoying though because I keep sitting on it funny. But yeah. Exactly, that's just rude. Well, that's the thing. I get told that I'm rude basically for not answering. And it's like, but no, they say hello, and then they say, you know, how, you know, like, how's my artwork coming on? How's my commission coming on and stuff like that. It's like, there is no commission. You know, I haven't done it yet. I haven't even started yet. But yeah. It happens. I get this. I get people like this every now and again. And I'm not, you know, if you're watching, I don't think you watch my live streams. I think you only talk to me on Fair Affinity and on Discord. I don't think you're part of the server. I don't know though. Then I'm really sorry. I haven't been like ignoring you or anything like that. It's literally like I just said. I hate it when people just say hello and not actually give me any message. They just say hey, and when you say hey back or hi back, then they basically are like, how are you? And it's like, no. You got to give me some information for me to get information out. Not yeah, or just ask a question. Straight up ask a question. It's fine. Yeah. You know, I'm not mad at you or anything. It's just that that's the explanation for why I don't reply to just hi, you know. But yeah. Anyway, I am running away out. Hi, Seabrook. Figure out your avatar. Hello, hey. Where's up, dude? Or dudette? Well, yeah, that's just the way that you get yourself ignored. Anyway, I'm going to probably be doing their artwork tomorrow. So I'm just poking. I shouldn't poke because you know what happens when I poke. And they go. Bye, Seabrook. Okay. Button press. Bink. Wait, have people voting twice for this? Yep. It's not, it's about even. Say hi and leave. I know. Are they just messing with me? Is that what happened? That's probably what happened. Anyway. Thank you for joining me, Jeff. I'll see you hopefully in around about 12 to 15 hours time. So yeah, belly rubs. And belly salute. And I will see you in the next stream. Oh. You know, since I moved the padding in this armrest, it's been both good and bad. But because I basically flipped it, it's kind of annoying. I also got a net bar on my back. There we go. Thanks, Jeff. Enjoy the video. Enjoy the video that's coming out in around about 15 minutes. It's really fast to upload. Maybe it's because I'm streaming or something. It's overestimating or underestimating. I don't know. Anyway. Laters.